start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two got together, it was the Buckeyes dotting that I and getting a close one.
There are NFL dudes all over the field. It's not about the X's, the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. Which players make the big plays today determines this one.
Now, Ohio State has had the upper hand, and Penn State really wants to break through. They want to make their statement. They want to shoot their shot and beat the Buckeyes.
Finds his man. It's Bean. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Rourke. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quick strike complete. And a good job. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. So Penn State's offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks. It's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bean. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. They're going back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That keeps the running game churning, pickup of 5 to the 23. Caught in the backfield, it's Thorne. There he goes! Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Grab behind the line. It's Pryor. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Pryor. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get it at the 15.
And after that last sack, man, you can just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. They're trailing by 9 to Illinois. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and made. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Caught. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Working that left side now. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a fun day.
3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pulls it in. It's Pryor. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. Splits the uprights. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a few. Breaks into the open.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Might as well give it to him again. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Sets up the screen. Turns it on midfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. So now it's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Plows through the defense. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the field goal ties it up here in the 2nd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort, and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make it play.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Caught in the backfield, it's Pryor. And he'll be brought down. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the 1st play of the drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Makes a man miss. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Thorne. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. This time it's complete. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, all week, the Buckeyes and Nittany Lions tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Still 2 quarters to go in this incredible regional showdown between 2 of the winningest programs in football.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They're going to ride this running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. On the ground. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Here comes the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Swings it out to the flat. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Keeps it on the bootleg. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. 1st and goal from the 3. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Pony.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 7.
Turning it on. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And this crowd loves There's a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young to Moses. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Going to swing it on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his man. It's Bean. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. His field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Now they'll try the right side. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give to the tailback. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we ready to play. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to pound it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They weren't able to move them an inch on second down. Now it's third and goal. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 10 over Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Right down the middle. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Pulls it, fired, complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Second down coming up. To the air on second down. Wide open downfield. Jumped on top of the pile. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's got him. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now they've got it at the 44 on first and 10. He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll pull it on the read. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. It's complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time. They had better fortune this time around. Up to the 32. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Back to pass. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The Nittany Lions line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pryor. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
46-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Pryor. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pryor. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top with the catch. It's Thorne.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right?
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one, the Nittany Lion fans left to wonder what might have been. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.